Today marks 60 years since an Air Force plane crashed into a northeast Wichitan neighborhood, killing 30. KSN's Craig Andrus spoke with a Wichitan who lost 2 family members in the Piatt plane crash.
Today, I talked to Victor Daniels about this crash that killed all 7 of the crew members and 23 people on the ground. Now, Victor lost his father and his grandmother after her house was destroyed in the flames. This KC-135 had just taken off from McConnell Air Force Base and could not sustain enough lift to stay in the air when it crashed into the residential neighborhood near 20th and Piatt. Victor Daniels was 10, heard a big explosion, and hopped on his bicycle heading to his grandma's house before he was turned away by fire crews at the scene of the crash.
Really didn't realize what was going on because, like I said, I got on my bicycle and started back home and didn't really realize until later that evening that my grandmother's home had been destroyed. I can remember people saying there was fire, and I got a couple of glimpses of fire rolling down the street from the jet fuel.
Victor says he can still smell the burning jet fuel. As a 10-year-old at home watching cartoons on a Saturday morning, he heard the explosion, hopped on his bike to check it out several blocks away. He was held back by emergency crews.
And people that were in the neighborhood started coming back that way once the police and fire department started pushing them back, and they said a plane had crashed.
Victor later learned his grandmother's house was destroyed and he'd lost both his father and grandmother. The area, now a memorial park, a granite monument, was installed back in 2007. One man who worked on a documentary film about the crash says interviews with victims show why this needs to be remembered.
This story needs to be told because this part of this stuff, this is the pain. They still carry that pain, that trauma. They still carry the trauma from that event. You know.
By the way, Victor says he had many friends who lived in the area. Their lives also changed forever by that day. Here for you, Craig Andrus, KSN News 3.